Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to do a little project making little, I call them Jotters Journals. I always need to write something down, grocery list or a YouTube channel that somebody recommends to me or something. I always seem to need something to write on. So I like having these little notebooks and I used to make them all the time. I haven't made any for quite a while, so I'll give it a go and see what I can get done today. So I've got different sizes here. And so for the first one, I've chosen this really pretty piece of, it's a lightweight cardstock. Let's see. Who is it? It's an older 49 in market. It's called Vintage Orchard Festive. And let's see, the date on it is 2024. So I knew, whoops, oh, I'm so sorry. I hit, let me just knock y'all crazy. Alrighty, good. All right, we're back. Okay, so I've had it in my stash for a while. And I have cut this one to 5 5/8, and then I've got it at 12. So, because I want this pretty little piece to be the cover. So I'm gonna put it this way, and then I'm gonna score it. Oh, put lotion on my hands, so pardon my reach. Let me set my glass of water back a little bit in the coaster. Okay, so I want to score it at 4.5. And yeah, I really should be scoring it on the other side, but let's score this at 4.5 and then score it at 9. Okay, light paper, I can't see it. Let me rescore this on this side. Okay, so that's the cover, and then the pages I have cut some just like 20-pound copyweight paper, and they are let's see, here's my ruler, 8.5 by 5.5. Yeah, which is why I went 5 5/8. I just wanted it to be slightly longer. So let's see. Oh, I'm not going to score these. I'm just going to fold them. Put my scoring tool back. I hope everyone's doing well today and had a chance to do something creative. I didn't do my regular video schedule this week because I was kind of out of sorts my usual day a couple days ago, and now of course the street destruction people have returned. I think they're trying to fix the street surface that originally got messed up when the new internet people were here. So they've already fixed it once, and it wasn't a tremendously successful fix. So at least I think that's what they're doing. I don't know. They don't tell us, and so I just know there's a little loadery thing. Skip loader. Oh no, whatever. My husband was here. He would know the name of it. I cannot think of what it's called. But so I just grabbed a stack of paper and cut it. So I don't even know how many pages I have, but we'll count them here in a second. This one is a little bit larger. It's nice to carry in your pocketbook, or sitting next to you where you watch TV, or next to your bed at night when you have these fabulous ideas right before you go to sleep. And if you go to sleep and you wake up, you don't remember what they are. At least that happens to me. And generally, just as I'm drifting off is when some of my best ideas appear. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 folded pages, so that'll be 16. And of course, this is not flush. I don't think it'll matter though, but we'll see. If it sticks out, of the oh my goodness, what is this called? The cover. Oh, I don't know why that was so hard. Okay, I wanted to use that as a pocket, but I've made that really deep. Probably a little too deep. Okay, so let's just set this in here and see if the pages are going to stick out. Oh, yay, they don't. That's good. 4.5 was enough to make up for that difference. And so I think I'm going to leave this here, but I'm not. I was going to glue it down and make it a pocket, but I think I'm going to leave it as a flip, and maybe I'll come back and put something in here to use as a tuck or something along those lines. But anyway, there you go. There's the basic premise of Little Jotters Journal, and you can round the corners if you want to. I'm not going to in this particular case. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna line this up. Grab my giant paper clips. Let's see if they'll work on this. Have them all bent, of course, because I usually do much thicker things with these. There you go. I'll hold it. Scoot those down. I'm just kind of centering it because I just needed that tiny little bit of extra, like 1/8 of an inch, because it didn't need to be tons bigger. I just wanted it a little bit bigger to cover pages. Okay. There we go. Let me grab the, only if I can get a hold of it, my old yellow page book that I like to use for punching into. And on this one, I probably will go ahead and do a 3-hole punch, I'll do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So I do 3 holes, just so it doesn't wiggle. Something this big, it tends to wiggle. So I'll come up from the bottom. I don't know, what is that? Maybe a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch or so from the top. I'm just eyeballing it because it doesn't really matter. And then sort of to the center-ish. Holes are poked. Very good. Yellow pages can go back to its spot. Let me put my awl back in its cork. Okay. And then let's see. I was going to use this thread, but I think that might be a bit thin. Let's see, where's my usual waxed thread. Embroidery floss also works quite nicely on this size, or you could use baker's twine. I like my waxed thread, and I'll do it 3 times. Pardon my reach. Let me grab my scissors. And my needles. I still haven't replaced my favorite needle that I broke. Hopefully this one will work. It's just all a matter of what I can thread, thread the eye of. Okay. And on this one, I think I want the ties in the center, so I'm gonna start in the middle and go out. And then I'll keep my tail here. And then I'll go in here at the top. There we go. Okay, now let's push that back out, and let's grab the awl and make this hole just a teensy tiny bit bigger. Here we go. And I'll make this one bigger too, just so we don't have that same problem. Okay. Once again, back through this hole. There we go. How could it be that that did not help? Back out this way. Oh my goodness. Did all this crazy stuff yesterday with my hands, and I think my hands are not as strong as they usually are. I've kind of rearranged some of my stuff, and I needed to protect my cords because one of my cats, my Bunty cat, likes to chew on, well, he likes to chew on everything. Oh, excuse me, I have an itchy nose. But he likes to chew on the cord for my computer and the cord for my fan, and so I was putting one of those plastic tube cover thingies on my cords, and my goodness, those things are hard to get on. And pardon my reach, I'm just gonna grab my pliers since I'm struggling so much today. And so I got them all done, but I will say at the cost of rather sore hands. The one for my fan, I thought it would take me about 5 minutes to do, and 25 minutes later, I declared somewhat of a victory. It was really hard to work that through. Okay, pull this off. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I don't know why my nose is so itchy. There is a lot of smoke from fires. We don't really have any fires close to us, but it's kind of come down into the valley where I live and settled. So the air is kind of yucky. That might be part of why my nose is itchy. Okay, so I have it. It doesn't have to be drum tight for this because it's just a little Jotters journal, just something to jot down ideas or lists or whatever in. There we go. And there we go. So this is the largest size of the Jotters journal, and then it's done. So we set that over here. And I also was going to make, let's see, I've got a couple of ideas for smaller ones here. This one's kind of a tall, more narrow. And so let's see, which one did I want to make this one out of? Okay, so I'm using 6x6 pattern paper, and I've had this little pad of pattern paper for ages. I think the colors in it are really pretty, and it just happened to be double-sided, so that was kind of a bonus. So let me actually trim this to 6 because the little strip on it isn't perforated. So, okay, so this. Then let me grab my smaller score tool. And let's see, do I want to go this way? Yeah, we can go this way. So I'm going to score this at 3. And once again, this is just a quick little book. And so the original piece of lightweight cardstock is 6x6, scored at 3. The pages are 5.5 by 6. Make sure I've got this going the right way. I do. I want them that way? This way. I think I want them this way. And 5.5 because it's half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. No other reason for that. Just an easy thing to just cut the paper in half. And you can use any kind of paper in here if you want. I was thinking about using some of my envelopes, the return reply envelopes, because I save them all, and those would make, because they're plain, they're not usually patterned on the inside, so those would also make great pages. Not necessarily for this shape, but you can always make your cover whatever size you want it to be. And I guess technically you don't really need a cover, especially not if you're using the envelopes, because they are usually a little bit heavier paper. But I like to recycle things. I've had this paper, and actually the paper I cut up was 8.5 by 14, because at one time years ago I bought a whole package of 8.5 by 14 legal size paper. I don't know what project I was going to use it for. Probably, I don't even know. It's been so many years, so I've had it forever. So, well, this is a good time to start using it up, and it is only 20 pound. And now I usually print on heavier paper, so this is a good use for this. We'll take the notes just fine. Let's see, okay. That has a dot on it. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, it didn't count these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this one has 10 pages. There you go. So we'll just put them together. Once again, of course, they're not even. You can trim this if you want, and I may need to because I didn't really give myself much extra. Oh, I did. That's right, because I did that direction 5.5, so I don't have to trim it. Some things. I don't always think of myself as a lazy person, but there are just some things that I don't necessarily always want to do. And so that would be one of them. So I'll put my big paper clips on here again. And the height of the paper is exactly the same as the cover. Once again, just because, I don't know, I felt like it. No reason really. Truly no reason. Okay, let's put this tool back away up here. Grab the yellow pages again. I will also do, this one I really should do a 5. I don't know if my brain can handle me doing a 5-hole stitch today. Shall I be brave and try it? Yeah, we'll do 3. I know I can do 3. I don't know, my brain. Although I did sleep better last night, I still think I'm working at a sleep deficit because I'm not. When it gets really hot here, I do not sleep well. And I just don't have the focus and the mental acuity that I normally like to think that I have. So sometimes some things are just a little too complicated for a tired brain. Let's see. I'm going to use, I'll use this again since it's out. Oopsie. Tossing it around here. Okay, so we'll do 3 again. Oops, if I get a hold of it. So what happens when I start to rush, then things get all budgy. Okay. Oh, I had such good luck last time. Nope. Okay, we can do it. There we go. We got it. All right, needle threaded. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing I did. Go out through the center. And through the top. Oh, hold on. It's all right. My glasses are slipping down. Oh, my goodness. That pattern is so busy I can't see the hole. There we go. That should be easier. Oh, yes, now I can see it. Because now it has a white edge all the way around it. That's okay. My goodness. Boy, I tell you, I'm really lacking the strength in my hands. This would also be a good little way to make a little book if you wanted to do some collage. If you were going to travel, this would be a great way to take a little journal with you that's not too big, but still gives you a space to be a little bit creative. Okay, let's try to even that out a bit. That's better. Back through the center hole, hopefully. Well, I guess we can do it. There we go. Just make sure you don't pierce your thread, or in this case, cord. Is that what it's called? It has a name. It has a proper name. Oh no, wax thread. Whew. See? Overthinking. Convincing myself I'm wrong. Anyway, the wax thread. Okay. Slide pull them tight-ish. Can't pull quite as tight on this because this is very lightweight cardstock. Go ahead and do your knots. And you can trim this if you want to. I tend to like to leave it long. I don't know why. Once again, just personal choice. No reason for it. So here we go. Here's our little, would this one be like a 3 by 6? Yeah, 3 by 6 little book. Okay, now one more idea for another small one, just because I had paper scraps. And so on this one, I've got my pages cut. What did I cut them? They're cut 3 by 6. So this is a 6 by 6 paper again. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it. Let's see. This is kind of an interesting little edge. Maybe I'll keep that. Get cut 3 off this part and then see how much I have left. Oh, that's going to be the top. So not that direction. Let's do this direction. I'll trim 3 off here. Nope, this is not working. Think, brain, think, brain, think. Yeah, no, it'll work. I want it to be just slightly more than 3. Okay, sorry. Oh, that was way harder than it had to be. I was just trying to preserve this little funky edge here. Let me see if can I fix that strange looking space with a corner rounder. Not really. Now it just looks even weirder. But anyway, that'll work. 'Twill do. Not perfect, 'twill do. So let's see. Actually, I'm just going to take this and fold it in half because it will be more than more than 3 and a half-ish. See, I've made my job much harder by trying to incorporate that little style feature. So now I have all these little pages to fold. Let's get this back. Let me score them. Maybe that'll go faster since I'm keeping you here forever and ever. But these were just scraps that I cut off when I made my other pages, and they're 3 by 6, so I will score them at 3. Hopefully that that's enough to go through all of them. Yeah. I don't think I want all of them, because this is a lot. And they're not all perfectly the same size, because like I said, they were offcuts. So this is kind of a good way to use some scraps if you have some scraps that are the same size-ish. Just turn them into a little notebook. I'm not even going to count my pages on this one because it really does not matter. And slide this in here. Yeah, the corners kind of stick out. So on this one, I'm going to round the corners because the oh goodness, nope, don't have the strength in my hands to do all those pages. Silly me. Let's see, can I do this? Oh no, this will work better. Hopefully I can do half. Half-ish at a time. Let's see. You know, some days I really feel my age. Some days I don't so much, but today I will say, what did I do? That is just messed up. So I'm definitely feeling my age. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to open that properly. Here we go. That's better. No, not better. Trying to hurry. Gracious. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put the clip back on this one. This side, yep. Definitely think I have broken my corner chomper. Since I chomped with it the other day with stuff that wasn't quite dry. It's not been the same since. Okay. So, yeah, it's better. Doesn't really stick out so much. Little bit, not bad. I am, however, going to round this, but just the tiniest round, like the quarter round here. Just to take the points off. And I was hoping that my tiny attacher was going to work on this one, but it, of course, will not. So we'll have to do more stitching. Sorry. I apologize. Taking more of your precious time. But, you know, hey, if you've stuck with me this long, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And it's kind of a fun little thing to do. These little books. I don't know. I just love to make books. Oh, excuse me. Books of all sizes and shapes. Okay. Go. Try this again. Maybe this one will be easier. Yeah. Not as many pieces to that one. Okay, so yellow pages again. I think this one I'll just do 2 holes. I could do 3. If I do 3, it won't wiggle. Yeah, let's do 3. I always think I can talk myself into doing 2, and I never can. Because I did one time and everything wiggled, and it really bugged me, and so that's always in the back of my mind. And if you do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, then you don't really run the risk of having a little wiggly book. Oh, gracious. Sorry, trying to get that corner off my mat. Okay. This one, I think I will just use the thread on, although I made the holes giant. It's okay. The needle will still have to go through on it. So let's do 1, 2, 3. This is just, I think I got this thread in a book binding kit from Amazon. It's not always the best. Not for the kind of books I make anyway, because oftentimes it pulls and cuts the pages if you have, especially anything very big. But this is teensy tiny little thing. Well, not as tiny as it could be, but genuinely smaller than what I usually make. Genuinely, well, kind of that's the right word. Generally smaller than what I make. Cannot talk and thread a needle at the same time, obviously. Okay, so there we go. Once again, out through this hole, leave my tail, back in through this hole. Yes, no struggling with this thin thread. Through here, back through here. Either side of that. I've got it kind of wonky. One's much longer than the other. Let's see if I can make them a little bit more even. Oh, only if I can get a hold of them. My goodness. Close-ish. Okay. Knot, and then another little knot, and there you go. And this one can be this way or this way. Probably put too many pages in this one because it doesn't want to stay flat now. There we go. I'm muttering to myself. Apologize if you can't hear me. Nothing of major importance is being said. You know, when I create, I get quiet, and I can make more of these because I have more stuff. All right, so here's the little tiny one. Here's the kind of tall, narrow one. And then here's the traditional, or what I usually make, Jotter Journal size. So there we go. No, they don't want to sit nicely together. Excuse my reach. Let me grab my little hand here and see if I can get it to, there we go. There, now you can see all 3 of them. Alrighty, well, if you enjoyed this video, and I sincerely hope that you did, please leave me a thumbs up. I'd love to have a comment from you. Do you make Jotters Journals? Do you make lists? Let me know. And then subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The little channel continues to grow, and I would really like for it to grow more. So please do subscribe, and I will say bye-bye for now.